Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out with Olympic bronze medalist Frazer Clarke. First time meeting you, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. All good. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. So, what brings you here today? Obviously, at the Sky Sports Media Boxer Day.
Yeah, I was training this morning. Obviously, Richard Rapport, training with him, and in that team at the minute. So, just come down to support him, see him, and just a little day out, really.
What's the support been like for you, obviously, since your Olympic success? Have you just been living boxing even more than you already were ahead of that? And I guess with a bigger name now, maybe you can go to some more gyms and just get even more experience?
Yeah, it's been good. There's a lot of people been very kind to me. A lot of support. I didn't realise how big the medal would be. In terms of reaching out to people. But from little kids to OAPs in the street, they see me, recognise and show a lot of love. So I'm very appreciative and thankful for it.
Has that been motivational going into training, knowing that it's closer than ever now, being a professional boxer?
Yeah, I think at the minute training was just about enjoying it, ticking over, because obviously I needed a rest. I had the cuts and stuff, so I needed them to heal. Still waiting for them to heal up properly. But at the minute it's very relaxed training. Using this time to learn a thing or two. Before the hard work really starts.
Talking about that cut, that was one hell of a fight, an exciting moment in the Olympics this year.
Yeah, it's just the big boys. What it's like when we get in there and throw hands. Bad intentions, bad things happen. So unfortunately, I was on the receiving end of it, but it's not one of them things that happens, doesn't it?
What did you make of the whole team? Obviously, Ben Whittaker, you had Lauren Price, gold medalist, silver medalist, bronze medalist. It was one of the best teams ever from GB.
Yeah, fantastic squad, fantastic team, coaches. I've just walked in here and seen, Caroline DeBoer, who didn't medal, but what a fantastic fighter. Young and hungry, absolute beast. Very unlucky in a very close fight. So yeah, we had a fantastic team, and we made history.
I know you haven't started your professional journey yet, but how important do you think being in Team G will be to that?
Yeah, it would have held me in good stead. Obviously, I have to forget about that now. I've got to strip it all back and start from the beginning. Team GB was one thing, professional boxing is another thing. It'll give me a little bit of a experience. I've been around the world. I've fought in some hostile places, a lot of different styles, but make no mistake about it, I've got to learn and get better as a pro. Learn new things, new way of boxing. It's all different. So I'm leaving everything that I learned at the door and start again.
And when can we see this kind of new start for you? Are we going to see early next year or maybe sooner?
Yeah, I imagine early next year, being realistic with the cuts and obviously the time off I've had. It's time to get back into the gym now and just starting to get into a routine again now. Training twice a day, like I say, learning things, and then we'll step it up from the new year. And when I get a fight date and sign with some promotional company, get some dates on the table and work towards that.
This is kind of a different question then, but with you being an Olympics bronze medalist, already having a name in the boxing, amongst boxing people really, there may be a little bit more pressure. Obviously, seeing Campbell Hatton on the Asia undercard, people are kind of saying he's hopped in the deep end too early. Although you've had that time on the big stage, literally on national television, world television, do you feel like maybe it would be good for younger boxers, maybe even yourself, making the pro debuts to start on small hall shows?
I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see, I think the small hall shows have produced a lot of good fighters over the year. I was listening to a Ricky Hatton podcast the other day. He fought on loads of small halls, and then he ended up in Vegas with like 30,000 Brits, whatever. So there's no shame in boxing on the small hall shows. For myself, the position I'm in, the age I'm at, I don't think it's realistic, or any of the Olympians, in fact, to that matter. But for upcoming pros that are young and maybe not achieved that much as an amateur, and maybe haven't got their name out there yet, don't look down on these small hall shows. Go there, sell the tickets, create a buzz, create an atmosphere, and then eventually I'm sure people's chance will come, their time will come, and you move on to the bigger stage.
What do you think Campbell should do, being as that most people thought he lost his last fight? Do you think he won that, and what do you think he should do next as well?
I think Campbell should listen to the people he trusts. I'm sure they've got a good strategy for him, a good plan. He knows he needs to improve, but it's early days for him. He's learning all the time. The only pressure is that his dad's Ricky Hatton. Other than that, he's just a fighter, isn't he? He's a young lad that's doing his best and trying to learn. And people are quick to criticise when he's getting in the boxing ring and doing things that a lot of people wouldn't do. So I just want to wish him the best to him. You got to not listen to these people. He's been chucked in the deep end, as you say, but has he really? He's just on a big stage in front of a lot of people. This could happen behind closed doors or behind in a small show. All the best to him.
And last question, just on turning pro, do you have any idea who that could be, whether it's with Eddie DAZN, with Frank Warren, BT Sport, or with Sky Sports Boxer?
All
Awesome. There's loads.
Yeah, there's loads, and they're all great possibilities. I've had conversations with most of them. I'm still making the decision myself. I've got plenty of good options, which is a great thing. I'm very blessed, and hopefully my decision will be made in the next few weeks. And me and my team will, close that deal and get it sorted, and hopefully it will be an announcement for everyone soon.
So I'm not going to ask you who that's with, but do you have a good idea of who that could be?
Yeah, like I say, I spoke to everyone. There's a few options that are realistic, a few that just the deals aren't quite to what I wanted it to be. But I've probably got an idea in my head, and a few negotiations here and there, and should get it sorted soon.
Look forward to watching the cut heel and you get back into the rings hopefully early next year.
Yeah, next year it's coming. It's coming. Big Frazer coming. Don't worry.
Thank you very much.